All right. So first and foremost, I want to start with Tennessee. I want to know if you're buying them, if you're selling them, if you're holding them. They are now 10-2 on the season. They are coming off of that just utter embarrassment at Florida on Tuesday night. Da'Sean, where do you stand on the Vols?
It's a tug right now, and it's not a buy. It's a tug between hold and sell. It's not even midway through the SEC. I'm not sold on them at the moment because of their offensive inconsistencies. Do I think they're a great defensive team? A great team defensive team? Yes. I love what they do. They got a lot of the right pieces defensively to make things happen, and it helps them score and it gets them easy baskets. But it's always going to come down to their offense winning them some games sooner or later. Not everybody's going to be as bad offensively. They're one of those teams I look at as, like you said, there's Baylor, there's Gonzaga, and then maybe Michigan, and then everyone else, and everyone has their thing that they do really well. I can't see Tennessee's defense being so overwhelming that it stops Iowa. I can't see Tennessee's defense being so overwhelming that it jams up what Michigan does. So, do I think that they can go far in the tournament? Possibly, yes, depending on who the matchup is. But do I see them stopping one of these teams unless they just have the god awful night offensively? No, I can't. So I'm gonna sell.
You're selling on them? All right. So I'm not ready to sell on them yet. I'm still gonna hold on to them because I think that if you look at the two horrible games that they've played, both of them have come in games where Jaden Springer was injured. Yes. He did not play against Florida. And he played 5 minutes before he sprained his ankle, which has been the thing that he re-aggravated. 5 minutes for the loss to Alabama, and he re-aggravated that injury at Vanderbilt before the Florida game. That's why he sat out. So it's been the same injury both times. And he's the one guy on this roster that can create something for somebody else, that can get in the lane and find somebody, that can get in the paint and make somebody else better and get somebody else an open look. So I think that part of the reason they've had these struggles offensively without him is because they don't have that, right? Beyond him, it's basically a bunch of guys that they got to score in transition, they got to score off the offensive glass, or you got to get lucky with someone knocking down a tough jump shot, right? It's not like you're going to get a lot of easy shots without Jaden Springer there. So I think that I'm still holding on them. Mm-hmm. But I'm definitely concerned, man. The big thing, the biggest thing, the most concerning thing about Florida, and honestly, if you hear kids in the background, both Da'Sean and I have young children, and I honestly don't even know whose it is anymore.
That's definitely me. That's my 4-year-old. He's back there yelling Paw Patrol or something like that. So.
Oh, there you go. Chase is on the case.
Exactly.
So look, the biggest thing is they got their asses kicked by Florida. Yeah. They got their asses kicked. And you can't, if you're Tennessee and you're built on toughness, you can't go out and get your asses kicked that. That was the concern for me. That's the big concern for me. And shout out to LMAO JK. That's a great YouTube name. I like that. And two, yes, I did watch the Memphis game. I bet on Wichita State. So I'm not necessarily that happy about it, but I also thought that Memphis was going to be a top 20 team coming into the season. So it's nice to see them finally put it together after I called them out.
Is it really together though?
They finally made some shots. They scored more than 40 points in the game. So look,
small steps, baby steps. All
right, the other team in the SEC that we really need to talk about is Alabama. And Alabama coming off of one of the best shooting performances I think I've ever seen. They hit 23 threes in a win over LSU at home. John Petty has been on fire for the last 3 weeks.
The first 7 attempts. That's insane, bro. That's insane.
Yeah, it's like a young Rob Dauster in his prime.
Go. My God, go.
So they they've been unbelievable the last 6 weeks. You got to figure at some point they're going to cool off, right? Where do you stand on Alabama? considering that they're like not really, that they're probably considered like about a borderline top 10 team at this point. Like, are you buying? Are you selling? Are you holding? Where are you on the Crimson Tide?
This is gonna sound. I'm always in between, obviously the first two, but I'm gonna have a hold on them until Bruner's back. Mainly because, just like you said, do we know how long this will last as far as like them just being on fire? No, we do not. Usually teams that, like we talked about before in our pod episode before, you live by the 3, you die by the 3. So sooner or later they're gonna have a little hitch in their their giddy up. But the thing I think that makes them special is when Bruner is there, they become a bigger, more versatile team. For what's my guy's name? Not Petty. Blonde hair. Oh, he's killing me. Alex Reese.
Yeah, Alex Reese.
Alex Reese is a good like step in. Like he plays his role. He's a hard worker. He's going to rebound. He's going to go defend. He's going to do what he needs to do. But he's not Bruner. He doesn't do the things that Bruner does. And you're not going to get the best Alabama if you can't have the floor space completely. 5 guys out. And also have the rebounding, and also have the things he can do in the versatility you can have defensively with Bruner being there. So, I mean, I got him on hold only until Bruner gets back, because I feel like when Bruner's there and Petty's there and Herb's there, like they're a great team. Like I can't knock them. So it's almost like it's a waste to hold. I would buy if Bruner was there healthy.
Yeah, so I think that it's probably a little bit late to buy on them. At this point, like how much better can they actually get, right? Like I think we're just about at their ceiling. They're awesome. They're really, really good. But I think that we've kind of seen them almost capped out to a point, right? Like,
you think so?
Just how much better are they going to be than they are right now? And look,
we know what they're going to do. So,
and like I'm viewing them. I know that they're not ranked there, but I'm viewing them as like a top 6 or 7 team in the country personally. Like I think that's how good they are. They're 11th on KenPom. I don't know what they are on the AP poll, because I don't care about the AP poll. But it's to me, I think that like we're seeing them at their very best right now, and I think they're playing like a top 5, 6, 7 team in the country. But I think that's about what they are, especially if like Jordan Bruner is kind of is what he is.
Yeah.